From the News 10 Broadcast Center, this is a News 10 webcast.
I'm Lori Gilbert with the Channel 10 KENV webcast. Thanks for watching. Elko City leaders approved an $18 million general fund budget, pointing to a healthy rainy day reserve and better than expected sales and use tax receipts. Mayor Chris Johnson said investments in a new police station, sports complex, and downtown development are supported by steady growth and confidence in the local economy.
Revenues look to be good, which is always the best part of getting a budget done when you don't necessarily have to deal with that type of an issue. And so the City of Elko will be moving in a direction as they have been for the last several years, purchasing of capital equipment here and there. Of course, you know, securing the funding as decided a while ago for the under construction police building, and then also moving forward with allocation and securing of dollars for a future sports complex. So the City of Elko trend as far as revenues seem to be on track and just a slight increase, which makes it so that the plans that the city has for the future can remain on schedule to be completed. So things look good to move forward with a little cash in the bank with the city, and then continued with strong revenue.
Elko's first responders are being called to more emergencies involving students experimenting with drugs and alcohol, even attempting suicide. Medical professionals have teamed up with local law enforcement to deliver sobering safety messages with a goal to steer students straight. Elko County Ambulance Director Chris Lohman was in studio here at KENV recently and described the recent outreach at Adobe Middle School.
We had one of our volunteers and one of our paramedics got together with the Sheriff's Department several months ago now, and they put together a presentation about drug awareness, and they wanted to make it very, realistic, something that the kids could understand, but also understand the consequences of it.
Yes, there's been an increase of young people lately. They usually are overdoses, alcohol intoxication. Sometimes we're called directly to the school. Sometimes it's kids skipping school and at home. Sometimes it's just after school related.
From Spring Creek, when we did it out there, the teachers really told us thanks and all that. I mean, a lot of them came and watched. I think we're even here within Elko, we're seeing a lot of good reactions, and hopefully they take some of this stuff home and they share it with their parents.
Between the two, the presentation includes not only kind of the legal consequences of participating in that type of experimentation or decisions, but also the health consequences of it. Heroin, you can find heroin or heroin derivatives in many prescription medications. And of course it has a huge element for abuse. And of course heroin itself, as a recreational drug, unfortunately is making a comeback. Just last week we got to participate in the governor's task force about drug abuse. That hopefully we're going to go to the public administration of Narcan, which is something that recently passed. So that over the next few months they'll be working on that to try and raise awareness and put some resources out there, because unfortunately just enough people don't get it.
Sit down and talk with your kids more, especially the attempted suicides and stuff. Try to just keep that open communication going with your kids. I mean, that's a huge thing when the kids sit there and say they have nobody to talk to and things like that. That's a sad part of it, that there's always someone out there to talk to.
With the Elko County school year coming to a close, Elko High School's athletic director Lynette Davis took time to reflect on an overall successful sports year for the Indians. But this veteran sports leader is also concerned the playing field is heavily stacked in favor of strong, big, and as she described, well-funded Southern schools.
Once again, we are overshadowed up here by our opponents in the South. I think outside of baseball and softball, almost every state championship went to Southern schools. And I don't know what we're going to do to combat that. They're strong, they're big, and it is a realignment cycle beginning in 2016. We'll have some differences in realignment. We don't know what that will be, but I believe in June, at the June meeting of the NIAA Board of Control, we'll have an idea of what the realignment procedure will be, and then we'll start that in 2016. We do very well in our league up north. We're very competitive. We're competitive statewide. But the larger schools, the 3,000 student body schools, charter schools and private schools are dominating our league. And of course, there's talk of adding more of those schools to the league. So maybe we can talk sometime in June and see what's really happening. At least we'll have a report in the fall of where we're going in the future. Next year, we're going to be in the same league, and we'll have the same teams that we compete, both north and south.
Well, checking out the forecast for Tuesday, for the next few days, we'll enjoy at least partly sunny weather, getting a break from those scattered spring showers, some sunshine skies. Elko's high of 71 today compares to 67 for Wells, 69 Carlin's high, and 70 in Spring Creek. Those overnight lows in the mid-40s to upper 40s maybe in some locations, especially throughout central Nevada, warming to 47 overnight Battle Mountain with a daytime high of 74, 70 in Ely, 69 Eureka's high. Overnight lows again in the mid-40s with Winnemucca's high of 72. Partly sunny weather for the next several days. Wednesday, Thursday, a few more clouds but warmer temperatures on Friday. Sunshine into the weekend and highs in the low 70s, which actually is typical for this time of year. If you're checking out the almanac for this date, May 26th, 1895, with a low of 20. That is the record low for the date. Compares to 40, that's typical, and 45, a bit on the warm side here in Elko tonight. Daytime high temperatures, right on target. 71 in Elko is close to what's normal at 72. Compares to the record high set in 1919 on this date, May 26th at 94. Nothing has come close since. You're watching News 10 today in our webcast. Thanks for joining us.